I was reaching for shit and stuff.
I've seen a short person fuck somebody up. I seen a short person hit a nigga in the nuts and really give him a left hand, and he laid him the fuck out. I was like, oh shit.
I seen little people cross niggas in basketball.
Oh yeah, of course.
Do the legs and everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. You want to know how? Because that was me.
You got crossed?
I got crossed by a little person.
Oh, you got crossed by a little person.
This when I was 10 years old, and I was probably the wackest person on the whole fucking team.
Oh, now you trying to put a whole fucking disclosure on it. Nah, nigga, you got crossed by fucking little person.
Ankle broke. Both my ankles broke.
Your little person
in
broke his ankles.
In Rucker Park. I tried hitting the ball. Like, I thought I could, like, get the fuck out of here, little nigga. This nigga shot over my fucking head.
He even shot over you? What? He crossed him and hit him with the fucking Kobe.
Yeah. That nigga Kobe my ass the whole game. And I was telling the coach, like, yo, don't put me back in with it. What up, everybody? Or what's up, everybody? This is Richard Picasso.
And he's back, baby. And he's back.
It's yes, I'm back, baby. Back and better than ever.
Yup.
Living. I'm screaming. See, now I feel like good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I missed out on an opportunity to perform last night, and then I was just saying about my performance remorse and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, I could have really fucking did my set last night. And then, because it was like, I guess, when your mind's in that frame, like, I don't feel like performing. And then when you see other people that are, like, great performing, it was like such a dope set that, damn, I wish I would have performed.
You just been part of it.
I
just wanted to be part of the magic.
In some sense, I wanted to be a part of it. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, it was for Zeno's Rebirth Showcase. It was a dope set. So shout out to you, Zeno, for like an amazing lineup. Shout out to Aya, Ivor, Ricky Stevens, Seda. He performed, Architect, Frank Knight, Moon Sky. Like, all y'all were absolutely incredible. You definitely, set the bar. And what I loved about X's set, and this is gonna sound marginally fucked up, but not so much fucked up. It's like the difference why I noticed with his showcases and most other showcases, especially like the hip hop sphere.
Okay.
It was a lot less niggerish than it usually is.
When you say niggas, you mean like niggas like just like street niggas,
like street motherfuckers, like niggas with their whole crew. Niggas that just go out to perform and then just fucking leave and stay outside and not watch the people perform inside. Yeah. Motherfuckers that don't try to network and think they're bigger than they are, wearing sunglasses in the fucking nighttime with your bullshit Montclair jackets and shit.
Yo, this nigga got heat for him.
You know
He's
the
been
fuck
out
you
for
are.
a little bit, but he got heat for him.
Like, you niggas with the Montclair jackets and your fake ass chains with the fucking green around your neck. I see it in the fucking old UV light, nigga. You know who the fuck you are. Stop doing that. You're not as big as you are. I don't give a fuck if you got a blue check and over 10,000 followers. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. You're not bigger than you think you are. Suck your own dick. Anyways, let's...
What have you been... You just don't like that atmosphere of those people, what they bring to...
Not so much the atmosphere, it's just the
attitude.
How the attitude, and then the attitude just like, you could feel it, like...
It can change a room if there's too many of them.
Yeah,
like if there's too many people with so many egos like that in a room where people just are all full of themselves... It can change the atmosphere for everybody because now everybody's a little bit with heightened senses. Or they feel a little discouraged when, you see a motherfucker that came in with 75 motherfuckers and you're next and they won't even give you 2 minutes. Yep. They won't even give you 5 seconds.
Nope.
He performed, they ran outside with him to fucking smoke a cigarette or smoke a blunt or just...
Get that little dick energy the fuck out of here. The set last night, this is how a fucking set should go. Everybody gets their time frame set. And then they start like mingling and then like bigging everybody up because they know they had a legitimate, fun, dope set. You go up to them, you give them their props, you give them their flowers while this thing like, yo, I did that to them. I wasn't even performing. And I still went up to people like, yo, that was a really dope set. Yo, I want to follow you. I want to follow you in your journey. I want you to manifest. Because one thing also that I got to get this out the way too, Frank Knight, he said a really fucking amazing quote last night that I'm going to stick with. So I appreciate you for this. He's like, don't ever chase your dreams because that's your dreams running away from you. You want to manifest it. You don't want to chase after them. I was like, that fucking, it makes sense.
I mean, it works for you. I mean, everybody always flips something to flip something because then you have a nigga that'd be like, I chased my fucking dreams and that's how I got here. So whatever lingo works for you, works for you. But I completely understand it. Whatever works for him. Manifesting is part of it. You know, you can't just dream about things and then just think it's gonna happen. You have to create them. You have to make them. You have to put in work and effort. That's also part of it. You know, so regardless if you're chasing the dream or you're manifesting it, you still have to put in the work.
Yes.
That's the bigger deal than anything. You know, putting in the work.
Yes. And most people don't. They think they go
Privilege.
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 You know, like niggas who rap over their main vocals, thinking that they're shit.
Or the people that get famous quick. What about the people that get famous quick and they become TikTok stars and now they're an influencer, right? And now, look, they're lost in that matrix because they always feel like they have to do something better, and they don't understand how to deal with when somebody's criticizing them, when they do something whack and then they get shitted on and then they disappear because they're like, oh fuck, you know, they don't understand how to take that pressure. And they were privileged.
And it's not so much for me like with TikTok, like with the whole social media sphere.
I'm talking about those niggas that go viral, and then when they get one person to shit on them, they go crying like a little bitch. Oh shit! Since we here, nigga, look what Doja Cat did. I'm sorry, look what your girl did.
Doja Cat with the Paraguay
She
shit.
wilded out. She's like, she took it so offensively that she's like, I'm quitting music after this.
Go ahead.
But that's so petty.
Go. I don't fucking need you.
That's so petty.
Look, music will be just fine without you.
And that's Yo-Yo's talking about you. He loves you.
And I love you. Once she said that tweet about, yo, I want to date a guy that Yo-Yo's, shit, the whole Yo-Yo world lit the fuck up that day.
Especially
everybody was
you.
making TikToks, Instagram, especially me. But at the same time, like, hey, look, if she only been out, what, like, really, like, 4 or 5 years? You haven't even, like, truly experienced, like, the true, like, pinnacle, like, maybe, you know, because of her pinnacle, like, her albums, like, she got, like,
oh, yeah, she hasn't even hit what she can be yet, her ceiling.
Like, she's, right now at the peak of her career.
But that's because the way the machine markets her that we think that she's at a peak of whatever, but she hasn't even touched the ceiling.
No.
And stupid things like getting mad at what fans say and quitting your dream.
Why are you letting get to that? Where the fuck?
You're supposed to be in your own world.
People gonna talk shit about you the rest of your life, and you you rather all those people say it in your face? I'd rather them niggas say it online because at least I could turn that shit off. Like, I don't know, like with the whole Paraguay thing, and then but at least I gotta give shots to Machine Gun Kelly, at least popping his head out, at least doing like a quick little performance piece outside of his hotel for the people that like missed the show.
Okay.
You know.
You always gotta salute things like that.
Yeah, I salute that. And I think Miley Cyrus was supposed to perform too.
Okay.
But she ended up like, you know, at least releasing a statement like, hey, the show got canceled because of the bad weather. But, you know, I appreciate everybody coming out. At least he said like something like those are just hitting her old fucking hotel, didn't say nothing. It's like, oh, I think she said, I forgot what she said, like in a tweet that was like fucked up, like oh none of my fans came to see me when I stepped outside. That's why I didn't like step outside the hotel or nothing. It's like they were there earlier. You just weren't fucking there, and they can't. And by the time like you probably got to your hotel, they weren't there anymore.
I mean, like I say, like, and I mean this.
Don't be big-headed. Don't be big-headed like that.
You have to be at some point. I know when you win the award and you thank you to all the fans for all the support. Nigga, on the DL, all you famous people be like, fuck these fans.
Yeah.
On the down low,
yeah.
All these famous people be like, you think they like not being able to go take a shit in an airport because a fucking fan is following them, trying to take a picture of them? Or talking shit to them? You think they like that? They don't like that shit. They just like what they have because of it. The house, the living the lifestyle, being able to be, what do you call that? Financially free to some extent. Because you know you do one good acting role, 2 good acting roles, you have some financial freedom with your first 40, 50 grand. You have a step in the right direction. You know, so it's like they can't always like being famous for it.
No, I wouldn't even want that for myself. I can understand for celebrities, it's like it's hard to like be out in public without being fucking harassed or people coming up to you asking for autographs, asking for a picture. But
you appreciate your fans though at this level. I see that.
Yeah,
when people walk up to you and people like to see what you do, you be like, you embrace them. You're like, hey man, you want to yo-yo? You embrace them at this level.
But it's like I can only imagine the next tier where it's like,
What you gonna do? Walk around with fucking a million yo-yos to
Yes.
hand out to everybody?
yeah, and then they give one to their fucking kids and their fucking parents that.
No,
oh,
then-
can I get another one? Like,
Nah, fuck. What about the
I appreciate that for last night, too. When I was giving out yo-yos, nobody really
ask
did
for
that.
doubles?
Somebody tried to buy, like, I have not this yo-yo, but somebody tried to buy like my $60 yo-yo off me yesterday. And I thought about it, I was like, yo, if I get this nigga, this shit's kind of fucked up. I can get a brand new one. Like,
That's not fucked up. That's marketing. That's marketing. That's an idea. That's an idea. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's like, I like this color, and they didn't have that color anymore, and it's like, fuck. Like,
yo, you should do that though. You should auction off bids and fuck with people at shows. Yo, this yo-yo tonight right here. This yo-yo tonight is worth $350.
But the guy that
I'm auctioning this right now for the next 10 minutes.
the guy that wanted it is like, he thought it was like one of those like deluxe specialized yo-yos that can really go up and down and stuff when it wasn't. I tried to tell him like, yo, the yo-yos, like the regular
Was he
yo-yos I
drunk?
give out. No, he was security for the fucking Freaky Fridge event.
He was just like, I need that yo-yo, bro.
Yeah, I'll buy it off you. I'm like, dude, you don't understand with these type of yo-yos. You're not gonna know how to use it.
He don't
Like-
give a fuck.
He's like, you didn't give a fuck.
Yo, that's
he
the
wanted
rich
he was gonna
nigga
give me
trying to buy the rocket ship.
And mind you, it
He don't know how to
it
fly
had dings and shit on it, and you were gonna give me $60 full price for this shit.
Yeah, yo, son, nigga, you want it off of your sweaty fucking finger. It's been in your linty ass pocket. It's not fresh no
Yeah.
more. He's like, nah, nigga, give me full price. I'll pay full price for it.
Again, I mean, I got ready to shout out to Freaky Fridge and Danny Cortez. They have a dope event that's still going on this weekend. I think today's the last day. I mean, obviously, by the time this video is posted, the event will be long gone. But he threw a 3-day event. He's like the king of LES, king of LES, and he's like a great dope graffiti maker. He's like absolutely amazing. Like also Clay Tony's, I think his name is. I'm sorry if I missed your name. You're a really dope dude. He was like this dude that looked like fucking ZZ Top. He had a beard like all the way fucking down here. He was like fucking amazing. He was telling me to like do stuff for like the girls club down in LES. Like, yeah, he was trying to give me like a link up there. So I was like, yo, give me a link. I'll give out yo-yos to the Girl Scouts and shit like that. It's all good. I'll make customized ones if they need it. He's like, he'll try to give me the link for them there. I met like, you know that not Crush Ice, but the other type of Crush Ice. There's like another famous like little person. I think it's like Razel. Oh, 43 Giant.
43 Giant. No, I don't know him. I'll look him up though.
43 Giant's like another like little person that was absolutely dope. I actually made like a little small video like taunting Crush and said like, yo, I found your replacement. Like he's gonna be my new hype man.
43 Giant.
Yeah.
One word.
Yeah, 43 Giant. Oh, that's right. He's a real dope dude.
Oh, Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel. And I sent like a video.
Yo, that's kind of weird. Him and Crush Ice kind of look alike. No, yo, Crush. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you, but you and him kind of look alike.
I sent him the like a little video, and he's like, yo.
He's a comedian, influencer.
Yeah, kind of like what Chris Ice is.
What?
He's pretty much what Chris Ice is. He's just like, he has a little bit more notoriety out here because he's like,
He puts in
the work like real hard with his
work out here. I see.
Yep, and I sent the video to Crush. He was
These
like,
niggas got an advantage being short though. You know, like all respect to y'all.
'Cause
Yeah, like people wanna know. People like you want to talk to you, and then when you have a dope personality, they're like, oh damn, this nigga dope. It's like, you know, it's like they already got eyeballs on them. If they can maneuver it the right way, they can be all famous. You know what I'm saying? For their unfortunate disorders of being short, which is not really a big deal. You know what I mean? There's fucking Mexicans that are only
because
like fucking
regular people perceive it as a big deal. They
Yeah,
don't perceive it
it's
as
not a big deal. It's not.
There's like, oh, he's sure he must have problems reaching for shit and stuff.
I've seen a short person fuck somebody up. I seen a short person hit a nigga in the nuts and really give him a left hand, and he laid him the fuck out. I was like, oh shit.
I seen little people cross niggas in basketball.
Oh yeah, of course.
Through the legs and everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. You want to know how? Because that was me.
You got crossed?
I got crossed by a little person.
Oh, you got crossed by a little
This was
person.
when I was 10 years old, and I was probably the wackest person on the whole fucking team.
Oh, now you trying to put a whole fucking disclosure on it? Nah, nigga, you got crossed by fucking little person.
Ankle broke both my ankles, bro.
Your little person
In
broke his
Rucker Park.
ankles.
In Rucker Park.
In Rucker Park.
I tried hitting the ball. Like, I thought I could, like, get the fuck out of here, little nigga. This nigga shot over my fucking head.
He even shot over you? What? Yo, he crossed him and hit him with the fucking Kobe.
Yep. That nigga Kobe my ass the whole game. And I was telling the coach, like, yo, don't put me back in with this nigga. I'm going to let me just bench warm this shit. He's like, nope.
This nigga said I got crossed.
Yup. I got crossed by a little person, man. And that's probably that same motherfucker that's like now famous, like that famous little person kid. He looks exactly like that kid from when I was 10. And this is like 24 years ago. So I forgot his name, but yeah, that was. So shout out to the 43 Giant, you were very down there. I gave him yo-yo stuff.
Shout out. Maybe do some work with him.
Oh, yes, like, absolutely. Like, he's very dope, dude. Like, the whole event was nice. Freaky Fridge and Zeno's a very nice, like, very comfortable Saturday.
While you are on events, let people know what you got coming up next.
Oh, yes. What's up?
I know you got something with KDK.
Yeah, the Raw Zone, 5th year anniversary, April 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely pull up to that. Can you make, like, a text in the description right here? Like,
well, what I'm gonna... Yeah, I got you.
Like, you just put, like, April 14th, KDK, pull up, niggas, you bitch, motherfuckers. Because I saw that she set up the ticket links where it goes by person. So it's like, oh, if you want your tickets to see somebody, you pay for, like, their name and stuff.
5th anniversary, right?
5th anniversary, KDK.
There you go. It's on the screen right now, baby.
This is it right here. It's April 14th. It's also my grandmother's 99th birthday.
Oh, shout out to Grandma 99. My abuelita passed away at 97. So, shit, God bless Grandma, yo. I gotta love when they fucking hitting those old ages.
Like 99, like
that's beautiful.
Like born in the 20s.
She's about to live a whole fucking century, my nigga.
That's the world was black and white when she was born.
Yo, the world was black and white. No, they had color in 1920, no?
I mean, not on TV. I mean, TV wasn't even a thing back then.
Shit.
TV didn't come to like the 30s, like 15 years later.
Color.
My grandmother was a teenager when TV was new.
You're right, not on TV.
I think TV came out like what 35 or 36.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was a little girl and she was poor. She grew up in poor.
Nigga, not even 1954.
1954.
That's like, crazy.
Like my grandmother grew up in the poor
Less than 1% had a TV in the by the end of the year. It took 10 years to get 98% of Americans to actually get a color TV.
Yep.
After the color TV came out. That's crazy.
So, shit, how are we gonna watch it? Like fuck radio, because everybody had to listen to shit on radio at that time.
Yeah, it used to be radio, and then telegrams and shit like that, and newspapers. Yep. They used to rely heavy. They would go crazy. Anything in the newspaper was the news and right.
Yep, that was the TV. Like, what's going on right now?
I won't lie. You didn't used to read the newspaper for any part of your life? I was a newspaper man. Like taking the bus, I would get the.
You know what I like?
The Metro with the green. I think it was called Metro.
I would get
like
the
that.
New York Times a lot in college.
That's a big fucking. That's why you were in college. That's a big newspaper, B.
And I mainly get.
I used to get the Daily News or the Post. You know what I mean? Read all the sports, read the main stories, go back to the fucking the horoscope while I'm on the train. You know, and then by the time I get to work, I already digested mad information in the newspaper. I did that shit for a lot of my life because my stepfather used to get it delivered to the house. So every Sunday there'd be a paper there.
Oh wow!
So I was used to that. Yeah, I was used to that living.
Oh, it was
old school. Yo, there's niggas that still get newspapers delivered to their house.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy. That I know, like some people probably need it for their work, for their jobs and shit like that. But it's kind of sick that people still get newspapers to their house, pay the newspaper boy and all that.
I mean, a lot of things back then, I kind of still wish they had back then. Like
what?
I want milk delivered to me.
Oh, that'd be dope, right?
My mother remembers getting milk delivered.
Milk in a glass, not in this plastic shit. Milk in a glass, jingling with the. Oh.
My mom and dad remember back in the day.
Soda used to be delivered like that. Soda used to be delivered in wooden crates.
Yep.
Yep.
Like my parents used to tell me like a lot of things like. She wished she would get the milk delivered, so I'd go in the store to get it. Mm-hmm. She remembered back then, like when she was a little girl, like in the 60s and 70s, there'd be a milkman, with a milk truck.
You know what I remember that I do? I miss coconuts. The CD place. Oh, I used to love buying CDs and tapes.
Oh yeah, when you go like a record store.
I used to have a record store called Coconuts on Main Street in Flushing. Fucking huge. Oh man, yo, it's fucking. I used to love going there to buy everything in the world. Now you can't have. Now everything when it comes to CDs and tapes, it's like they're not that they're relics, but you got to cherish them. It's not something that you get and just put to the side to stack up. You know, you keep it clean. You
It's
keep
the
it
modern
nice.
vinyl.
Yeah, it's the modern vinyl now. Yep.
Yep.
Even vinyl's got to come back. I know they come back a little bit, but vinyl should come back heavy. Every artist that puts out like some music should have a vinyl, in my opinion. Make a vinyl of your shit, nigga. If it's legit and you pay for it, make a vinyl to put on your wall, like Ty says, art.
No, Kid Capri, he's he was part of the whole like DITC with the digging their crates. Like his space where he like works on new music is just fucking crates and crates and crates and crates of vinyls, and that's how he works off of. He can't do like with the new age digital like way of making music. He still does it the original way with like combining music and then just recording and getting vinyl, switching vinyls out. And I admire that about Kid Capri. He's really dope for that.
Yeah, Kid Capri, wasn't he just on Drink Champs?
Was he on Drink Champs this week?
I think he was. Who
Okay,
was
no, it was Remy Ma, and then they had who was after Remy Ma that they had on there? Two Chainz, I think.
But after that was I think Kid Capri.
He's the newest one.
Yeah, I think he's the latest one. Yeah, Kid Capri on 1 day ago. Yeah. No, wait, maybe not. Let me see.
Could you please tell us who you are?
No, we will not tell us who we are.
I don't know what that was.
Oh yeah, this was recent. Yeah, this was the new one that just came out, nigga. He talks about Kid Capri on Wu-Tang, classic Prince, Tupac, his legendary career. Ooh, we gotta hear that. Kid Capri's a fucking goat, yo.
Yep, he's a goats. I remember one time, a long time ago, I ain't gonna mention the person's name, but because I'm cool with this guy, but he had an event like near LES like years back that had like a lineup, and he mentioned that Kid Capri was gonna be the DJ, and then come to find out, long story short, Kid Capri was not gonna be there because he tried to hire him through like some third party person or through some third party promoter type shit, and I remember promoting the flyer and tagging Kid Capri.
Oh, what a fucking sham.
And Kid Capri fucking responds. He's like, take this down. This is not true. I don't know what this shit is. Take down this flyer. And I told her.
You felt weird, right?
I was like,
you was in an awkward spot just now.
I was like, oh, fuck. And it's like, damn, now Kid Capri knows he got fake shit. I promoted fake shit or something. Like I promoted some fake shit or something.
Well, you made a mistake because of the information you got. What if I hate when, not that I hate, but you do have to have internet etiquette. You can't just be somewhere with somebody and then just tag them. You got to be like,
it said on the flyer that Kid Capri was going to be there.
No, I'm saying you made a mistake. You made a mistake. I'm taking it further. That you have to have internet etiquette. Like, there's been times I've been in places and I've tagged somebody and they literally tell me, yo, take this tag down. Why? Take this tag down. I don't want to be tagged in it. Or I've been told, or like there's been times where I've done this, and that's what it says, internet etiquette. I've been part of one event and then been part of another event and gave graces to both events, and those events didn't want to be associated with one another. Like, let's say I go on a podcast here and I go on another podcast and I say, I have a great time with both of these podcasts over the past weekend. I've gotten DM like, no, you can't be part of, don't let me be part of what they're doing. What we did with you is separate from them. Can you take our tag out? Feel me? There's internet etiquette that you have to be aware of. That's why sometimes I hate the internet. Sometimes it's like, it's supposed to be a place where you put pictures, say what the fuck you want to say, be uncensored, do what the fuck you want to do. People are supposed to have...
Don't put your name on the fucking flyer and I won't tag you. How about that?
Oh, well...
It's like when promoters put pictures of themselves on the fucking flyer. Like,
I hate that shit.
I'm not here to fucking see you.
I don't
give a fuck what you look like.
Nigga, but that's what Drake said. All you self-promoters are janky. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look... If you're going to do a show or throw an event... That's it. You throw in a show, throw an event. It's made by, it could be on the flyer, whatever. But your whole fucking face on the shit. With glasses. Hey, you got your whole face like this with glasses.
Well, your boat probably shot down your iPhone and you just like fucking green screen the shit out of you. Like, you promoters are janky, for real. Man.
Oh, this nigga's crazy.
You promoters are fucking ass anyway. Like, nobody comes to see your dumb ass. you just offering a good night so we can have a good performance. Nobody want to see your fucking face. And then all of them are ugly. They ain't no fucking sexy. They ain't like a sexy promoter. It's like some fat motherfucker with a pop belly and glasses on with their hands like this or going like this. Like, yo, come on in. Like, you promoters are fucking ugly. Don't notice your fucking face.
Yo, Rich be giving y'all fire. Y'all be thinking I'm the loudmouth, but I'm not.
I have a lot of built-in trust shit. I got my appendix
Because
out.
he's
I'm
been
on some
home.
new shit.
They took his appendix. He's not an easygoing man no more. They took that shit out. That nigga said, "I survived surgery, nigga."
Like certain shit bothers me now. That's all I'm saying. Now, like I'm starting to really like, you know what?
Well,
fuck it.
you
I
know
only got one life to live. Fuck all you niggas.
Nah, you say it, stand by it, right? If it bothers y'all, that means it's talked about you and shit. Nigga, put that shit in music.
Don't be a promoter self-promoting. That's all I'm saying.
Don't be a promoter self-promoting. That's all he's saying. Facts.
So
Alright,
what we gonna get to the slap around the world at some
Yeah,
point?
go ahead. We here, man. I wanted to.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to fucking. I was looking up. I heard that Chris Rock had a disorder, and I didn't notice. See, I bet you didn't notice neither because he gave me the eyebrow. He has a non-verbal learning disorder.
Okay.
He's unable, from my understanding, he's unable to gauge a room. He's unable to go into a room and like can tell what's going on. If you see it in his face after he gets slapped, after he hands out an award.
Wait, was it for that moment or?
No. He has this disorder his entire life.
It don't look like it. When he be going on stage like, hey, everybody, I can do it.
Yo-yos, you gotta understand that's an act, my brother. That's a perfected act. He's a comedian. Being a comedian is center of attention. You gotta understand that's not being put in a position where you feel awkward. He's saying he can't gauge a room. He can't verbalize himself when he's in a bad situation and gauges a room. After the slap, after he gives the award, you see this man's face and he's not there. He's just.
Oh yeah, that's like I did notice like when I think Questlove, shout out to Questlove, won the award for his documentary. You can see like behind the background, he's like walking around looking like out of place, like oh, what the fuck's going on? Like, what do I stay here? I was like, you done the Oscars before, you know what you're supposed to do. So the fact I don't know if he got smacked and to forget what the fuck he was supposed to do at that point.
He didn't get smacked out. He didn't get smacked out hard for that. He has a disorder that he's always had, and that made, like, yo, you know what I like coming in here doing with you? Watching everybody's opinion about something before we have one, because then my opinion can really be honest. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes as a person you can persuade to agree with something that's not right or agreeable, and we're all allowed to have our opinions about it. Because some people may agree with the slap. There's a lot of people that agree with the slap.
Yep, I've seen it online.
In the beginning, I was 50-50.
What's your take on it?
Now, knowing he has a disorder, now knowing realizing all the pain that Will Smith is in to do that, to express himself that way. That's a man in pain. You know, it's one thing when you harbor things, you walk around, you keep it in. They're celebrities to some extent. When you catch them on TMZ and they gotta fucking run around and all that, you know, you're catching them in moving moments where it's not really where you saw him. He was sitting there, front row. You sitting with his wife. All these things have been said. Shorty getting plucked. She's embarrassing you around every corner as a man. And now, in front of all these people, you're gonna be embarrassed. You have a choice to make: to be embarrassed one more time, or not. And I don't agree with not only how he did it, where he did it, but who he did it to. But I don't agree with his reasoning, because I know it's because that's a mental thing right there. That's something that he's really suffering with. There's no excuse to. They live in an atmosphere as comedians and as actors and as actresses, and they live in this world that us normal people can never we can't fathom it
You can't
because
fan
we're
them
not
the
there.
Oscars.
We can't think
Do
about.
do we look like Oscars,
Like,
motherfuckers?
but we never know, Rich. I'll never say we can't be an Oscar.
No, I'm not saying we can't. I'm saying, but like
But
like,
look at us right now.
Look at us now.
Look at us now.
Do we look like we got?
You know what I'm saying? Like-
Are we Academy Award winning actors? Probably.
Look at me.
But still,
Look at me. You know what I'm saying?
maybe
Like,
him, but not me.
yeah, get the fuck out of here. This nigga's the yo-yo king. This nigga don't. I see this nigga about to be Super Saiyan Jin in like 10 years and shit.
Super
Powered
Saiyan
up with
Jin.
yo-yos. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my anime niggas. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I don't agree with anything that he did. But it does suck that he's in that much pain, and that's how we all know now. Now he's gonna go sit down with his bitch on table talk or something like that. He's gonna go sit down.
Allegedly, I don't think was there an announcement about
Yeah, I
him doing a
think so.
table talk?
I think so.
Because I think that red table talk is a medicine. I think that shit serves no fucking purpose. It's self-serving for Jada only. And you know what I found hilarious, but kind of fucked up at the same time. The comedy floodgates open on Jada because they were like, "Oh, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." All right, fuck that ball, bitch. Because now they're switching from calling. Now it's like switch up. Okay, now we're gonna keep your wife's name out your fucking mouth. Now we're just gonna call her a bitch. And that's like this been like a continuation of just like going forward with that. Like, you know what? Fuck that bitch. You got all the pieces. Bitch ain't dying. Who gives a shit? It's like you bald. That was like she bald. You gonna slap a nigga because if I ain't want you? G.I. Jane's one of the greatest movies ever. Demi Moore was high as fuck.
I'm sorry. That movie's like 10 years old though. That movie is 10
G.I.
years.
Jane's old as fuck.
Old as
G.I. Jane
fuck.
came
More
out in
than
the
that,
90s.
right? 90s. It was like it's not. The joke wasn't even.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't even.
It wasn't bad at all. It's just that was a light joke compared to how Chris Rock could have fucking went.
Nigga, it's a light joke compared to the fact you let August Alsina fuck your wife. It's a light joke.
There's something worse than your wife being called bald when your wife's fucking another nigga.
Like, yo, don't go. I don't understand you. Why go to an award show, sit front seat, and have a bald head with a comedian?
Gorgeous, by the way. No, she's not ugly.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
No.
I'm not.
I know. I'm just giving it like more context. It's not like she's an ugly bald person. She's fucking beautiful, but fuck all Alcina, still.
Yeah, 5 days ago, Will Smith reportedly to sit down on a red table talk.
That I know Will and Chris haven't talked. I know those niggas haven't talked yet. I know that.
No,
nigga,
he's gonna sit down with his wife.
Yeah, then you're not gonna sit down with Chris. The
Of
motherfucker you
course
slapped. Oh no! I wouldn't sit, but
I don't think Chris wouldn't be able to.
No, he wouldn't.
Not in front of the cameras, because that's part of the disease, probably. Nope. That makes me feel.
You notice he hasn't said shit this whole time.
Because I think that anything that Chris has to say has to be really thought out.
Yep.
Has to be written. It has to be because now he has to present it.
You heard that he popped out in Boston. He kind of like gave like a little bit of what was going on about it. Mm-hmm. He was like, it happened. Like, I'll talk about it at some point in time. It'll be funny, but right now I just want to focus on
It's still
this.
It's still processing because he's unable, and that's why I say,
But
like,
it's like, what can you really say after that? Will Smith embarrassed you at the fucking biggest show, one of the biggest shows in the world. Hundreds of millions of people. It's going out of infamy.
Now it's even more because of the slap.
Now it's gonna be that's like part of your legacy now. That's part of your.
You got slapped by Will Smith.
You got slapped by Will Smith.
You got slapped by the Fresh Prince. Like, I don't even make a joke, but that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say that about your legacy. They're gonna say that. That's how you're gonna.
That's forever.
And I don't think that Chris Rock gave us a lot of good shows.
Yeah, great shows.
He gave the stand-up world a lot of great comedy. He gave us great stand-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, Chris Rock has a really good shit behind him. Yep. It's just not going forward. I hope he doesn't get discouraged now and think that this is all.
The world's mostly side with Chris. They're like more than Will. The whole thing.
At first, no. But
at first, no.
First, niggas was like,
because everybody thought it was a joke. Everybody thought it was like a whole skit thing.
Well, nah,
that's why everybody thought.
I talked to a lot of fucking dudes and a lot of women, and they were like, yo, if you're gonna sit there and talk shit, like, a lot of people are saying comedians go too far sometimes, and sometimes they need to get slapped up. Like, sometimes they need to get. I talked to a friend of mine. He was like, I was at a show and I was with a dark skinned chick, and he was coming at her mad hard about her skin. He was like, I didn't do nothing at the show because I wasn't gonna act up. But after the show, I told him, yo, homie, you can see me outside if you want to talk outside. I got to talk to you about what you just said to my wife. what you just said about my girl. Dark, well, you have a problem with dark skin? So that's how I would approach it.
Yeah,
like
that's more respectable than just slapping right while he's middle performing.
I'm not gonna be a middle
fucking his
performing.
ass
Yeah,
up.
you don't do that to them. You gotta let a person be expressive and do what he gotta do, and then after he's done, you go check him. Or if it's something that is really negative and he's being a real bigot or a racist, then yeah, if the crowd starts doing it, then even then, keep it to yourself because mob mentality. That person may not understand how they're making another people feel. You know, comedians, I don't say they're innocent, but it is kind of weird because you are a comedian and that's what how you get paid in life, that you're allowed to say whatever you want about whomever you want to say it, right? Just not too long, no, just in 89 and 88, it was raw and delirious. Eddie Murphy was saying shit about faggot this and homo this and all these fucking derogatory things, and it was okay, right?
That was.
I'm gonna go to Africa and go get a big titty bitch with put a known and she sits on a horse with a big fucked up afro. Those are all stereotypes of African women. A lot of comedians don't do that shit now because they gotta tread on water about what they say about the LGBT community, about this community, about that community. Because comedians shouldn't, in my opinion, I'm 50-50, should they be able to say whatever the fuck they want? Is it because that's how I get paid? I could say whatever the fuck I want? And if that's the truth, you gotta sometimes take whether it's scrutiny from the public because of something you said on Twitter, or the internet, or on stage, whether it's scrutiny from anybody, you know, fans, people not liking you, or unfortunately it happened to Chris, but you might get slapped in the face one day if you say the wrong fucking thing about the wrong type of person to the wrong type of person. It's just but it has to come with the territory. If you want to say whatever the fuck you want, take what comes with it. And I don't think it's ever right for a nigga to get up on stage and slap a nigga. I will say that, but take your consequence too, because if you're gonna run up on stage on me and try to slap me, as soon as you run up on stage, you see what happens at artist shows. If you ever go to an artist show, anytime you go to a 50 Cent show, Action Bronson show, even though some of those were staged, niggas throw you off the stage and beat you up, punch you in the face. You know what I mean? You jump on a T.I. set, the nigga punch you in the face. Like, we're allowed to do that because you step into our state. The problem is that it was Chris. Most comedians are soft, unless your name is what? Joe Rogan? Or Brendan Schaub? Brendan Schaub is a fighter. Joe Rogan is a fighter. What?
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz ain't no fighter. He might know a little. Andrew Schultz ain't no fighter. He
kind of went fucking ham.
Brendan
you saw when he went ham?
Where he fought at a thing?
No, Wack. Recently with the whole Will Smith thing. He did like a fucking straight 3-minute character assassination on everything.
No, I didn't see that. But I'm talking about if you're willing to walk up stage and hit. Anytime you're wanting to put hands on somebody, be prepared that they could put hands on you too.
Yes.
So everybody learn how to defend yourself, whether you're a comedian, an actor, anything. That's what this event should show you. That regardless of how soft you are, regardless if you're going through pain,
motherfuckers come after you smooth and slap you smooth.
Learn how to defend yourself.
No sense when something's gonna fucking happen. Because I originally thought when he was walking, he was gonna like hug him and be like say some shit like, "Don't talk about my wife," and then just walk away. I didn't think that motherfucker was just gonna do like the smoothest fucking slap of all time on somebody. You didn't see that? Like he was walking all fucking like a fucking Japanese character, and then fucking, I thought it was like some Photoshop shit because I didn't originally see the slap until I had to like slow motion that shit to like 0.5 like speed just to see if this fucking hand connected with his face. I was like,
because I just tried to put myself in Will's shoes, and just
that happy-go-lucky motherfucking Will Smith we all know and love. That nigga got some demons.
Yeah, man, like for him. But yo, you say that, and not to leave the conversation, but we don't really know our idols. Look at Dr. Dre. You know, I just saw the Dr. Dre documentary on Netflix. Michelet, Dr. Dre, and Suge Knight. This nigga is a fucking womanizer. Like, he fuck bitches up. That's one of my idols. Make great music. Gave me great.
Hey, that Michelet.
Yo, you know what he just did to me when I saw that shit, man? I'm not saying boycott Dre, but I see that nigga real funny. Even when I had to deep dive and look at it, did he make any statements apologizing?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I apologize for the man that I was. I'm not that man.
So you're not sorry for beating her ass. You're just sorry.
Son.
You're just saying sorry to say sorry.
Yo, son, and then it put 2 and 2 together when Eminem says, "Are you gonna take advice from somebody that slapped D Barnes?"
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this nigga's been slapping. Like, yo, I can't respect. I don't know. I think about Will in that moment. Back to Will. And I think about when I walk up, me walking up to this man that said something about my wife, just in that moment, even as a comedian, Will is a kind of a funny nigga too. Will, at that moment, he could have definitely did something a little bit better. But he could have embarrassed Chris. The same way that Chris just embarrassed him, he could have embarrassed Chris in a similar fashion.
I kind of noticed after the slap, like after he said "fucking mouth," if you actually hear like what he says, like, "Oh, I could," like he was like gonna say something, but then he held himself back, like he said, "Oh, that was the greatest night in the history of television." I was like, there was something he was gonna say that was probably gonna be some fucking.
Right away, he was gonna have a right away
shit.
Nasty rebuttal.
Yep,
he was probably gonna say it.
Yep,
he was gonna
he was
say
holding
it.
something back.
He was gonna say it. Oh, you didn't get that mad when August Alsina was piping up.
It was something definitely. He said, "You should."
Yo, that's gonna be the name of this episode. You should name this episode. You didn't get that mad.
Oh no, I was gonna call it Big Slappy style, like
Yo,
Big
my
Willie
God.
style, Big Slappy style.
Oh my God, yo, you didn't get that mad when this nigga was piping your wife. And you know what? That's bullshit. Maybe him and August Alsina in the background did fight, and they never put it out there. Maybe he did put hands on him at a family barbecue.
No, but
maybe
wasn't it
Will
like an
wasn't
agreed
that calm
thing?
when he
But-
came through.
But it was an agreed thing between him, Jada, and August Alsina that he was gonna be
It
piping
wasn't
it down.
agreed for you to open your mouth. The fact
That
you
was-
open your mouth, you deserve to get slapped in it. You dig? And maybe, you know what? That's a publisher's issue too. Because I think that Chris Rock, if he did that joke on the fly, then all right. But if I think the publicist, I think Will should have addressed his publicist. Yo, don't say nothing about my wife. Tell Chris, do me a favor. They've made fun of her before. He made fun of her before. She's gonna have a bald head tonight. I'm protecting my wife's interest. Right now. Ask Chris to do me a favor. Don't say anything about my wife, please. See, I don't think that those things took place.
Allegedly, that was like unscripted because he had like a prompter with like jokes that were written.
See, and that's why I say like, man, if you're gonna, you play stupid games.
Allegedly.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. All I'm saying, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I'm not saying the slap was right.
No, Slap is not absolutely wrong.
Wrong. But you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's just the fact
Like,
of the matter.
If he would have beat the shit out of him after the show, like, yo, will you sub about my white nigga? I would respect that more than you just like blatantly trying to embarrass him. Not even just hit him, because I know he's like super embarrassed. Because now it's like the world, it's like watching you get the fucking slap the taste out of your mouth in front of Will Smith of all the fucking people to get slapped by. Mr. Big really fun guy Will Smith, Uncle Phil's like wife's nephew shit.
You know what he should have did though? You know what it would have been more embarrassing? Because like I said, I've been sitting here trying to process Rich, and I'm like, damn, what is this man could have done, right? Or would have said that would have been a rebuttal that's good. Yo, you know what would have been good? He would have been like, see me after this. From his seat. That's what he should have did. He should have looked at his wife and said, Chris, see me after this. And left her, see me after this. And laughed.
Yep, and laughed it off. Not like no serious, like see me after this.
And laugh. And then for real,
then it would have been
every
smooth.
single person in there would have caught the attention of the crowd so much more than that bullshit joke about G.I. Jane. Because they would have been like, oh, is he kidding? Or is he serious? Or did they act this out? Is this serious? And then when Chris Rock was backstage running to get out the building, filming, because Will still won an award after that.
And he told him not to press charges.
Of course, though. Chris, you can't, man.
And Jim Carrey said he was suing for $200 million.
As a comedian, I'm sorry too. If you press charges after you make jokes out of somebody,
that's some bitch. That's kind of some
bitch move. You can't press charges. You made the joke.
I mean, Jim Carrey said he put $200 million on him.
What?
He said he was suing Will Smith. So I would put $200 million on him.
Well, Rich, we just had this conversation outside, right? Like, I was just in a situation where I was. Maybe you said what you would have did differently. I handled it like, instead of letting somebody get the best of me, or because of what they're saying to me, and me act out of character, instead of me doing that, all I did was antagonize right back in a friendly, comedic way, where the person didn't know how to take me. They didn't know how to understand what I was doing. They didn't know if I was being serious, funny. I was just going ahead and being more of an anarchy than they wanted to be, because they were actually seriously feeling that way. Actually, what you would have did, you were like, nigga, I'm calling the cops and getting out of there. I'm letting you know I'm uncomfortable. This is not working. This is not working. You're making me feel a certain way. You feel me? People handle shit differently. And it's nothing wrong, but you got to be honest with how you're gonna handle something. Will slapping him is like, all right, Will, you about that life, nigga? Because Jim Carrey saying that he put 200 mil on it and was sue is like Pharrell saying I'm a snitch if I'm in a situation. Those are niggas just being honest with their characters. I'm just honest. This is how I would handle it. I don't give a fuck how anybody would see me. I don't give a fuck who would care. If a nigga put hands on me or a nigga got me uncomfortable, I'ma sue him. But then you got another nigga be like, I'ma shoot him. You gotta understand, everybody got different ways of dealing with the shit. You feel me? I'm not saying one's more right than the other. If a famous nigga put hands on me though, and I'm not famous, that's the only reason I'm suing you. You dig? I'm only famous just to get some financial freedom just like you. I'm only suing you because you're stupid. Because I'm poor and you tried to put hands on me. Yep. That's the only reason. But if I'm famous, my nigga, and you famous, my nigga, and we get into a squabble, come on. You know the story about Diddy putting hands on Drake and breaking that nigga's arm because Drake stole the 0 to 100 beat? That was never really out there. There's no footage of it out there. They don't talk about that shit. But
the rumor's out there.
Street niggas know. But that's what I'm talking about. That's gentleman shit. Gentleman shit is you handle it like a gentleman.
I mean, Bledsoe slapped Jake Cole too.
I believe it. Diddy's a fucking.
He's a menace behind.
You don't fuck. There's a reason why you don't fuck with a Fat Joe. You don't fuck with a Diddy. You don't fuck with a Hove. These niggas don't only have security. They're able to handle themselves too. They're able to. They have their fucking security. They probably have detail on them. They're able to handle themselves too because they know they don't ever have to. So if they ever have to, they gotta make sure they're in good situations to do so. Brendan Schaub was in a situation like where there was like a shooting or something at the place he was at. And niggas had to tell people, yo, everybody come in and had to handle themselves properly because they have to be calm in those situations. They're used to being in high intense fighting, breaking people's necks. You get used to a lifestyle like that. That's why when you look at me and you know, we had this shit about people being through shit. I'm pretty calm in hectic situations because I've been there. Once you see it, my nigga, what you gonna do? If once you see it, you know how to deal with it a little bit better. Look at those people that go fishing on the water for 8 months. You think that's fucking easy to be in the ocean for 8 months, fishing in the high seas? I just saw this shit this morning, so I saw it and I was just like, how the fuck you guys do this? Like, and he's just sitting there like, yeah, today we're gonna get the big load. I know we're gonna get it. And they get so happy when these fish come in. They're like, oh, look at all that fucking money. They're cleaning it on the boat. They're happy to be smelling like fish. Not fucking eating proper food, just sitting there on the ocean, getting that's contentment.
I would eat Fruity Pebbles my whole time there.
Fruity Pebbles. You can't, yeah, it's cold, nigga. You probably won't even want to be, you want to eat something nice and toasty and warm. They were eating
French
like
toast.
soup all the time. Yeah, it's cold, you're on the ocean.
I want French toast.
I would love to do that, though. I would love to experience that. Like, I know not too long ago, I think Alaska was paying people to move to Alaska to become fishermen.
Yes, they were.
Right? What, nigga?
They pay motherfuckers to move to Vermont just to live there.
Yeah, why?
Because the population is so low, and using a certain population for each state, if you have like a certain surplus of people,
you can have certain people in the Senate and shit like that.
People in candidates, more people in council and stuff. That's why they charge motherfuckers to live like, but nobody wants to move from Vermont.
Why not? What's Vermont? Where's Vermont? Why nobody want to move there?
Because there's nothing really out there.
Oh,
it's
really?
like bumblefuck nowhere part of the United States. I have two cousins that live out there.
Yeah, but that's why you know about it.
But for the wrong reasons, not because they love like peace and quiet and shit. There's like
cheddar, Vermont is known for foods like cheddar cheese, maple syrup, and
that's mostly
Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Oh yeah, I mean, home of Ben and Jerry's is in Vermont.
It's also home to many farms, fresh produce, and wineries and breweries.
That's
Nigga, it sounds like a place we want to live. We gotta go to Vermont.
That's most places in America are like that. Wineries with food and fucking travel.
New
and places
Hampshire.
To do.
It's in New Hampshire.
No, Vermont.
Oh, it's its own state. So it's between.
New Hampshire's its own state.
Yeah, so it's New Hampshire, Albany, Syracuse, Portland.
I know a rapper.
It's all around that area.
I know a coworker that lived here in New York. That used to live in Vegas, lived here in New York, and then he ended up living in New Hampshire.
I got a couple friends that live in Pennsylvania, and live in Philly, and they drive to New York for work, and they drive to Jersey for work.
Oh yeah, I got friends like that too.
And they all hooked up to electric cars, so now they're saving so much money on gas. They're saving so much money living far away. They got all this land. I got a dude when I was younger. His first job was in Connecticut. And he would travel from New York to Connecticut, and then after a month of doing that, he found like a room or an apartment for like a G. Stayed there making fucking 80 grand a year, and with a whole apartment just paying a G. All your space and all that shit. Don't have to drive no more.
Yeah, remember, because from Philly to New York, it's only a little over 2 hours. So it's like if you have a job that's like 9 to 5, get up at 6.
And no traffic.
No traffic, it's fucking dead. It's just probably getting home's probably a bitch because around the afternoon you gotta go over like the fucking GW to go back.
Well. If you time things right and you do your day correctly, you fulfill it. So, I would be smart about this. My family lives in New York, so I would, if I'm leaving my house 4 a.m, likely I got a 9 to 5 job that is only 8 hours. So if it's only 8 hours, you get to work at 5, 6 in the morning. You don't work by like 2, right? 2, 3 o'clock. You go see a family member. You eat dinner with somebody, and then you head home at 6, 7 at night when there's complete less traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to travel from New York to Jersey, and I can't take it with the Holland Tunnel. I can't take it with the GW. I can't take it from the hours of 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It's impossible. And then you get in the fucking crosswalk. They give you the crosswalk tickets. You're like, bitch, I can't move. She goes, you're supposed to time the lights. What do you mean I'm supposed to time the lights? That makes no sense. Like, but that's the way it goes, that's the way. That's why travel, you have to do it smart. If you do travel smart, it can be very convenient for price wise and all that shit. I hate living where I live sometimes. The no parking, the no roads, the clutter. It becomes a lot when you've been living in it for so long. The downstairs neighbor. It becomes a fucking bitch. You're like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this no more. And it's like living so on top of one another, the New York lifestyle, so to speak, it's not always beneficial forever. You gotta leave. You gotta do something and see something new to see if it works for you. Because I think if you have the same mindset and you stay stuck in it, you're just gonna not go nowhere. Feel me? It's not. Name a rich person that really stays in the fucking hood and buys the block. I'm gonna buy the whole building. Why? Because I really love this hood. Huh? Nah, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Ain't no rich person buying a whole block because they really love the neighborhood. No, it don't work like that. So it's like, when you think about it, you have to branch out. It's always part of our nature as human beings. We only got stuck living in these rural areas, in the areas that you're stuck into, because we got conditioned. We used to be butt naked and walk around anywhere and not have a border here and not have a border there. You know what I mean? There used to be places. There used to be a time where niggas that spoke English walked into Mexico and then nobody spoke the same language. And be like, oh shit, we don't even speak the same language.
What the fuck is he saying?
What the fuck are they saying?
What is his language?
We're meant to have no boundaries. And now that we have boundaries, in my opinion, it's what makes us so separate as human beings. We're already separated by religion. We're already separated by race. Yep. Now you want to separate us by conditioning us not being able to go nowhere. Live here forever. Pay these same bills. Be under Section 8. Be under this. Now we got you for forever. We got you. Stay there. Don't go nowhere. Have another kid. Have another kid. Have another kid.
And another kid.
It's conditioned. It's conditioning to keep you stuck in life. That's why they say how people are having kids now is going down.
Yep.
No, people aren't having children the way they used to have them no more.
The ones that are having children, they're having it much older. They're having it like in their late 30s and shit.
Later in life.
Yep.
A lot later in life, and I can't disagree with that.
I had in my hospital, like in the maternity ward. Like,
okay.
Sometimes I'll be outside, and then like sometimes the new dads will like want to chat, where they wait for their cars and stuff. And then they would be like, hey, I just turned 41. I had my first child. I'm like.
But what else did he have to part of his story? Did you get anything else? Yeah, I just got the house.
No, he's like I was just having spend time with my wife. We know each other since we were in our 20s. It's like, so you've been with this woman over 20 plus years.
I wanted to make sure that vagina was mine, and I loved it. Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
Pull up in a Tesla.
This is what I'm saying. I pulled up in a Tesla. He got the house if he got the Tesla. I bet you he was nice and clean and. Oh man, but that's genius.
Nice tall white dude, like 6'5" and shit.
That's genius. That's when you're supposed to. I think the most reluctant part about that is, women have a biological clock.
Yeah, that's.
And I know that plays a game with them because they don't. Women always feel like men can get up and leave. So it's like, I'll be with a nigga 5, 6, 7 years. We started in our 20s, 28, and now he's slowly fading away from you. We even haven't had a kid yet. Oh shit! I gotta find another man. I only got a couple years to find another man.
I gotta start over.
Or when a dude tells a chick after 5 years, I don't want to have a kid. I made a decision. This world is crazy. COVID. Another fucking pandemic is coming. Baby, we can't have a kid. I love you. Want to marry you, but we can't have a kid. And she's like,
oh no, there was a lot of COVID babies.
Nigga, that's because everybody was at home ordering Uber Eats, getting fat, and fucking.
Yep.
What?
That's only 3 things you could do.
That's what everybody was doing during the pandemic. There's a lot of COVID babies.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss those days when there was like nobody in the street. That shit like a fucking ghost town in fucking Manhattan. easy to get to work.
Absolutely.
All that overtime I missed out on, I wish I got.
Absolutely.
I could have been a fucking millionaire if I did all that overtime that year, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, shit. But, better late than never.
Of course.
But it is what it is with this whole like, well, we went like super off topic. What the fuck was our original point? Wasn't it Chris Rock and some shit?
I think we pretty much like left Chris Rock. You know what it is? It's because that's why I said I like coming in here after hearing everybody talk about it, because I really could know what to say and my perspective.
And for the record, ladies, like
Go ahead.
the whole maternal clock thing, like,
See, that's why we love Chris Rock though, because it's really, it's over.
because yes, you still can get pregnant even if you're in your 30s and 40s. Yes, there's more of a,
There's
like a higher
always
risk.
ways.
There's always ways. It's just like when you're in your 20s, okay, you have a 99%
Women were just programmed to
chance.
think like that.
It's like, it's just when you're in your 30s and 40s, it just goes down to like 80 to 85%. Like, it doesn't go down to like, oh, you're never gonna have kids. You can still have kids. It's just like, it's just gonna be, it's just probably find the right dude with the right semen that's gonna make this shit fucking happen.
Or you know what? I have no problem. I never have a problem with people that go get like artificial insemination
No,
and
the in vitro and all that
and
shit.
in vitro. Like, of course, I support all that, because either which way, whether you have a kid naturally or you raise somebody else's kid, or you get some sperm and throw it in an egg, you brought a kid into the world and you have an opportunity, right?
Yep.
To love something and to love you back.
Yep.
That's the point of having children. You know what I heard the
Or
point of having
dogs.
kids is, my nigga? So you don't die. No, but see, I agree with you. But you know the point of having kids, though, is so you don't die alone.
Yep.
I heard that the other day. From somebody, and I was like, I looked in the sky, and I said, shit, I'm going to die alone. You know, like, I guess I never understood that. You always put blame on your parents for things that they don't do, or, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you don't cherish them or value them the right way, and sometimes you don't understand their reasoning for having you. You don't understand the parent unless they tell you, yeah, we planned you. But most kids from my generation, they weren't planned. You know what I mean? Most of my friends, we weren't planned. They just, we had, the parents had children, and parents had them, and it's a struggle. And most of the parents grow up with the kids being, like, I know a lot of moms and dads that are best friends with their kids. And that's because they had to grow up with their children. They weren't adults raising children. They were children raising children. You know what I'm saying? So you grow up and I talk to my mom a certain way. I talk to my mom like my nigga. I don't talk to my mom like, I'm not no fucking mama's boy. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't raised me to be a mom. Because she was growing up. She was still a little girl raising me. So I ain't no fucking mama's boy. And I'm stone cold like my father. Because the nigga treated me stone cold. Because he wasn't in the proper position to give me the proper type of... Not that I said I didn't have enough. I ate. I'm here. I'm alive. But the different type of dads. Feel me? And I know my dad, having a conversation with him yesterday morning, told me that he wished he could have been that different type of dad. That he wished he didn't have to go away, and he could have had opportunity to be that somebody that had things, that had a better mind state, that knew what to do better as a person, and give that to me and be there for me the way your dad is. My dad told me that, and it touched me. I'm like, yeah, that's kids raising kids. I can't blame him for that no more. Now you got to be an adult about it and be better. I don't want to die alone, Rich. I want to have children, but I want everything to be correct. And I don't mean the correct woman. I mean me. Because I could see myself adopting. I could see myself getting a bitch to carry my baby, and you don't want to have it? You just want to be a surrogate and carry the baby for me? No problem. I know it might be the strangest things in the world to hear as a man, like you want to have a kid and have one for yourself. Nigga, how you gonna manage it? What you gonna do? It's possible now. Yep. It is possible to never be alone.
There's people with way less fortunes popping kids out left and right.
Yes, way less fortunate. Oh man, that's a bar, man. There's people with way less fortunate popping kids out left and right, and that's why, like, I don't want to die alone, but I know
I want like a piece of, like, something on this earth still walking around that's like me,
that resembles you in some way, shape, or form. That's human, not just a piece of art, not just on computer, not just
like
on
the
YouTube,
money or all the notoriety and the thing. Cause
not on your fucking tombstone that people go to see. No, an actual figure that represents something that you were.
Yep.
No, it's a fact. That's a fact. I just learned that. I just got that as an adult, 33-year-old man. I was just like, yo, I don't want no kids. Fuck it. I don't want no children. This world's shit. These women are shit. I don't want no kids. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean that women are shit in a bad way. I mean the women that
The one that he
I've
deals
encountered.
with. The woman he deals with.
They show me, and I don't mean all that they're shit. I love them. They're great women, but the things that
To leave a legacy with them.
yeah, is not something that I would do, because the ugliness that I've seen out of them, brought out of them, is not something that I sit there and comfortably and say, oh yeah, I want to leave a legacy with you. Hell no, because I don't even want to leave me with you. So how could I imagine, you like that, right? How could I imagine leaving a legacy with these women? So I have not yet found one, and maybe I won't find a woman to live my life with, get married, and maybe that's not my shit. But I could always have a kid.
There's people that just die.
Be alone.
Let's just be alone and die.
But I can definitely have a kid. I can definitely raise something.
No, I'm just saying there's further into that where people... It's because I read a book. It's called Principles of the Path. A long time. My dad gave me this book. He gave me like a few years back.
Okay.
And it talks about like the moment you from birth, like what you experience from childhood to adulthood to when you're much older. And one of the final chapters was called like death. And he's like, you're just gonna die. Like, there's gonna be a point where you're just not gonna wake up. There might be a point where you get hit by a car or get shot. There might be a point where you'll get married and get divorced and have kids. Maybe one kid, 2, 3, 4. Be plentiful. Or there'll be a point where you'll have nobody. You're probably just going to die in your house. Nobody's going to know you dead. And you have no kids. You got no wife. And you're just going to fucking rot until somebody eventually kicks down your door.
See, I know I should have did this at the top of the podcast. But I've been trying to leave. I've been trying to leave this weekend alone. But to something that I do gotta do. I gotta give a big rest in peace to Yvette Delgado. She passed away recently. Fell off the bed, hit her head, and never woke up. You know, when you said you're just gonna die one day, she just jumped in my brain and said, "Hey, yo, you didn't talk about me." And I was like, "Yo, I didn't give her top of the pod. I should have gave her the proper representation and say, rest in peace, Yvette Delgado. She was my babysitter for a large portion of my life. I want to say probably till like I was like 8, 9 years old. You know, I grew up with her 3 sons, Robert, Mark, and Steven. You know, they were like my 3 little brothers. Like, well, yeah, I think I'm the oldest by like 2 years or a year. So they were like my 3 little brothers. Like, we used to fucking dress up like the Backstreet Boys and sing the whole CD together. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of their family members.
I hope you were Nick Carter.
Well, I was one with, I don't know what the fuck I was. Nick Carter. No, I think I was the ponytail nigga. Which was weird because I was the tallest one, I think, or Steven was. But you know, growing up with them, that family, like, yo, they're the reason. There's this guy named Angel. I think it's their older brother or their cousin, and he's the reason why I got introduced to rap. You know, I was always told stay away from rap. Stay away from rap. It's bad music. It's not good for you, and don't listen to that. I got brought up with the Beatles and Elvis and, you know, disco music. Yeah, won't you take me to Funky Town? You know, always happy music. I got rap from my first rap song, Super Thug Noriega, from that house. I found Super Thug, and then I found a Jay-Z album, and then I found Big Pun, I Don't Want to Be a Player, and I said, oh, this is rap? Oh, shit. And then I fell in love with it. Not to do history of it, but actually to have an ear to, because you have to have an ear for everything you listen to, and that's why like the generations of hip hop get so distorted, and people like I can't understand what they're saying, because you gotta have an ear. You get brought up with a certain ear, and I'm grateful I got that all from her being my babysitter, me living in that house for a large portion of my life. Fucking, I'm grateful for everything that she did. To the 3 brothers, I'm gonna try to be there for you guys. You guys grew up exactly the same way I expected you to, yo. Mark Anthony was her favorite. Shy, timid kid. Yo, he grew up. He's still shy, timid. He just got a fucking beard and fucking thick eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? And lost some weight. You know, Steven was always the skinny one. Just always had to be the man. Like, talking to him at the funeral, niggas like, I'm like, yo, you know, you doing good. I know. I see it. I see you holding some shit back. He was like, B, I can't cry. I cry, and all these people gonna start crying. I can't cry. I'm the older brother. I gotta be good right now. He's like, but I'm tearing apart right now. And that was always Steven. Steven always had to be the bigger brother, and he always got in trouble for everybody, and he always took the beating. That was Steven, you know. And then you got Robert. Robert was always the wild one, always trying shit that he shouldn't fucking do. And then, like a classical fucking track, Me and Robert haven't seen each other since we've been like 10, 12 years old. But like classical music, we was sitting there chilling till 4:30 in the morning after his mom's funeral. Just me and him. You know what I'm saying? Going through our woes like we've been in each other's lives for forever. And that's family. I haven't seen these people in over 20 years, and that's family to me. The fact that, and that's because I'm one of the sons that she raised. So Yvette, I'm very thankful and I'm very grateful for the things that you gave me in my life, and I just wanted to give you that. Rest in peace, and I know you're watching your family real closely because that's what you always did. I love you.
On that note, we'll wrap it up right here for that, and then thank you everybody for watching. That was very sentimental, man. I'm glad you did that. And yeah, what's up, everybody podcast, and please hit that like button, subscribe, show your friends, and don't get Will Smith out here.
On a lighter note, later everybody, it's out of character, yo-yos.
Yeah.